Carson's Corner is a black LGBTQ-owned small business. They sell merchandise and apparel on pop culture franchises such as Dragon Ball, King of the Hill, Sailor Moon, and of course and most importantly, Power Rangers. If you're interested in getting their amazing merch, be sure to check them out at carsoncorner.com. Link will be down below.
Oh my freaking God. This episode was so freaking awesome. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Morphin Network, where it's all Morphin time all the time. Here at the Rider Time podcast, we are doing Kamen Rider Geats, episode 37, Yearning 5, Pure White Destruction. Oh boy, let's take a moment to bask in this moment. A moment of silence to bask it in. Yeah. Yep. This episode was so freaking awesome. And what did you guys think of the episode? Did you like it? Did you hate it? I mean, I don't know how you could possibly hate this episode, but it is what it is. And we're getting to that point. We're getting that file form. It seems like we got ourselves a little bit of a berserker mode. And yeah, next week is the arc finale because episode 38 will be called Yearning F. Oh boy, I can't wait to see and hear what it is capable of. By the way, for those of you who are hearing a bunch of noises in the background, I actually do have a new member added to my family, so it is, it is super exciting. And this is my new family member right here, who should not be here right now, and yet here he is. So yeah. Everyone say hi. Oi, careful. Yep. Anyways, so let us know what you thought about the episode. Yeah, no, apparently someone is super excited about it. And the arc finale. What have we here? So let's get on with the episode, shall we? So we got Barba and Kekara, being the heels that they are. They're both requesting their own wishes that should not even be requested. You got characters that are supposed to, work their butts off, like trying to survive a Squid Game just to make one wish happen, and these two just waltz in and then make unrequited wishes. I swear, this is like having, Lutheranism all over again. And I mentioned this before with hold on, let me get my guitar ready. Time fire! Buying a wish instead of actually earning it. And yet, these guys are just indulging. Heck, in Lutheranism, that's actually what it's called, indulgences. When you pay the Pope to get to heaven, even if you're excommunicado. But these guys, they're abusing the power. We don't know what they wished for. We just know that they made a wish. Meanwhile, our heroes, they get. It's the end of the round. We tally out the score, and what is the score right now? Well, we were hoping Huckabee would be winning with 33 points, but it just so happens that Buffa is tied 33-33. So we're going to go to a bonus tiebreaker round to see who would win. And what you guys think when it was revealed that this was, that this was the result? I mean, were you any at all surprised by the fact that it happened? Or is this just another day in the life of the DGP? Because, we had that fox hunt that one time. Yeah, pretty much it. We had that fox hunt that one time. And then there was that interruption. in that other episode. Do we ever really get a winner in these episodes anymore? Because it seems like we see Ace win twice, and then we see nobody win for 2 rounds. Then Buffa wins by cheating, and then now we're here. So Q reveals that, hey, Neon, it's time for us to go back to the 4th dimension because, yeah, they're going to erase this universe. And of course, she has to relay this to her 2 friends because, this is very important information. And they're all doing this while they're hiding from Buffa because we're in the middle of the tiebreaker round. So because it's 33 to 33, whoever could win just one core ID from the other will win. But as hard as everyone fights, and they put up a very difficult fight, Sarah Neon got eliminated. And this is hard to watch because Neon, she's everyone's favorite girl. You don't want to see her get eliminated in general, except for that time she was the disaster. But Sarah, though, like, what is up with that? One thing that is actually very interesting is that according to the wiki, there's no cited sources for this, but apparently there's actually an alternate version of this episode where Kawa ends up being eliminated instead of Sarah in the original broadcast, and then they switched it so that Sarah is the one defeated in subsequent broadcasts. If someone could verify that in the comments, please do. If it is true, how about that? Like, I find that interesting to have like an alternate version, because I don't know if you've ever seen the show Total Drama Island. I'm not particularly a fan, but I have seen a few episodes of those. I've seen the entire first season and parts of season 2, but geez, it's like at the season finale, they always like will bring it down to 2 contestants on the show, and they make 2 alternate endings for the season where for example in season 1 they would do a version where Owen wins and another version where Gwen wins, and then they would show the Owen version in some countries and the Gwen version in the other countries. So it's like America and Canada would get 2 different endings, and same thing with France, England, or wherever else they actually show Total Drama Island. And then when they did the sequel, like where they're inside a movie studio, it was like between, I think it was Duncan and that one girl, I forgot her name. And they did the same thing. Obviously, Duncan won in the US version, but there's also the alternate ending where the other girl won. And they kept doing that. I like that idea. I'm not a fan of that series, but I like the idea of having alternate endings where, like, if this person won instead of the other person. And I'm curious how that would have played out here, here on Kamen Rider Geats. Because maybe Sarah could have gotten a new final form. Maybe Kawa would have gotten his full cowling form. You never know. I would like to see that. Let us know what you guys think in the comments. Meanwhile, Punk Jack and not Punk Jack, Gene and Ace managed to get their hands on both Vision drivers, but instead of giving them giving one of them back to Miriam, he uses it for himself so that he could visit the goddess of creation. And all of them are together, but where they are met with Sweru. And Sweru tries to make a world where Ace Yukio doesn't exist. And the goddess rejects that wish, and that was really intense. It's like the statue itself is like being destroyed as it's happening, and then it's revealed Square doesn't really care because he has an ace up his sleeve, and as we all know, that is Tsurumu. Tsurume. Sorry, yeah. Because she started developing the ability to create just like Ace's mom has. So going through the archives, that we actually do find out how and why this has all been happening. So what happened was, back in the day, there was a rule that there was a rule where navigators and riders are not allowed to have intimate attraction towards each other. And it just so happens that one particular champion fell in love with a navigator, and then she prayed 3 days and 3 nights for a miracle to happen, and that's how Ace was born. 27 BC. That was the year it happened. 27 BC. So K was trying to hold his own, but he almost lost his core idea. And he's fighting. He's unmorphed and he's fighting. He is Carter Graysoning the heck out of this match. And I have so much respect for him. And just as it seemed that he was about to get defeated, Punk Jack intervenes and he says, "Hey, listen, I got some information all y'all need to hear." And he reveals, yes, Ace is a miracle baby. He is conceived immaculately, just like a certain prophet and a certain rock human and a certain sun baby. Basically throughout history there have always been stories of miraculous births, like Horus or Jesus, or or like various other deities of historical note, and Ace just happens to be one of them. And he keeps getting reincarnated because, well, he's a miracle baby. That's what they do. They get reincarnated. And turns out the power to give Ace life wasn't based on suffering, like it was always been told. It was based on the power of love. That's the power of love. That's the power of love. And yeah, yeah, turns out she's just a tool that was being abused. And you're not wrong. If you have a tool, is it the tool's fault it's used for destruction? No, it's the user's fault. A hammer can build houses, but it can also be used to smash a person's head in. So, are you a carpenter or are you Maxwell Silverhammer? That's kind of like the thing. It's like everything is a tool to be used. Heck, a car could be used to like save a person by driving to a hospital, and a car can be used to hurt someone. Same with fire, knives, the internet. Everything is a tool, and whether a tool is good or evil is only based on who uses it and for what purpose. I like scalpels. They're used to save lives. Shout outs to all the doctors out there. Moving right along, it's the end game. They're going to do the closing ceremony. By closing ceremony, wipe out reality as we know it. Here they have the goddess statue, like overseeing everything, because they want to get rid of the goddess statue. They want to erase even her own existence, so that Tsurumi will become the new creation goddess. Of course, Ace isn't having this, so he goes into his laser boost form to fight against Yearning, and they have a fight that's very similar to Kabuto versus Dark Kabuto, where like they're fighting in the middle of a collapsing building. well, they're fighting among the debris as it's like frozen in time. And this is such a beautiful fight scene. I swear this looks so amazing. But in the end, Anirium, he overpowers Ace and he's about to make a finishing blow. Ace witnesses his mother shed tears. Well, the statue of his mother shed tears, and one of those tears cracks into a piece of slate that turns into a new raise buckle, and with justified fury, Ace transforms in a new formation, of very noticeably a berserk form, because he has all this debris forming nine tails, destroying everything around them. As Nerium shoots one of his laser ball things from his armor, he just shoots it and it gets sucked into a void like the hand from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 4. And that's where the episode ends. Yo, this episode, oh my god, this episode was freaking lit. It is so awesome. Oh my god, like seeing the way things just escalated. I was getting worried, like at the start of this arc, the things are getting repetitive, but we just raise the stakes only slightly. Dang. Wow. I love the new form. I mean, obviously, it's not the complete version of his new form because it's sort of like an unawakened version. And clearly, it's a bit berserkish, and we all know the trope. Almost every writer in the recent years has a berserk form, and then it gets a slight power up that he's in full control of. So, to quote the classic anime trope, this isn't even my final form! Can't wait to see it. I'm a Yu Yu Hakusho fan. I love nine-tailed fox spirits. I know what you're thinking. Not, what about Naruto? No, Yu Yu Hakusho. Yu Yu Hakusho. I'm a cool barman all the way, but I got a soft spot for Kurama. And yeah, this, like, he's going full Yoko here. And I can't wait to see that, man. Choreography is great. It's awesome seeing Keiwa do unmorphed fights against Buffa because he is severely overpowered, but he's still holding his own. I respect the tenacity and determinazione on this guy. I can't wait for him to obtain Tycoon Experience Requiem, hopefully in the coming episodes, because Kekura set all this stuff up about like Sarah getting eliminated. Well, Sarah's eliminated. Let's see that victory. Heck, it would be cool if they both get their final forms on the same episode. Usually Kamen Rider doesn't do that, so that like each new final form gets like its own episode to shine. But I'm down to see two of them show up on the same episode, as long as they both get their fair diligence and it's not like one just happens to show up in the background. So here's hoping. I give this episode a 10 out of 10. Okay, so what you guys think? Let us know in the comment section. If you write it down while we are live, we will display your desires down here where this banner is. So here we go. We got a triple XYZ for most of these, so let's go through these. Man, this episode was intense. Yes, it was. Like, my palms were sweating, like, watching this. Like seeing Sarah and Neon get eliminated, Keiwa getting overwhelmed, but still holding his own. And then that awesome moment where at the brink of defeat, he gets his berserker form, Ace getting that berserker form. That was amazing. I love that Punk Jack was actually helpful in this episode. Yeah, I know. Like, honestly, I wouldn't mind like him being like a cutesy, goofy rocker character if that was his actual personality, not being like a scummy, a double agent working for Gier. Man, it's been a while. I totally forgot his name. The previous game master, the very first Glare. I hate that guy so much. And then Chirami was no better. It seems Geats and King Oja are using the Bayonetta trope of Forbidden Love. Yes, I mean, like I mentioned in the previous episode, I know like a Forbidden Love is most commonly associated with Romeo and Juliet, but the thing is, the main thing that's different here, like in Kamen Rider Geats and King Oger and Bayonetta, is not just that it's a forbidden love story, but also the fact that the main character is the offspring of two forbidden lovers. So he's a little bit of two things. It's like I know we always talk about Giorno Giovanna having two dads because Dio's head on Jonathan's body. Spoiler alert if you never watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but also Golden Wind has been around for a while. But like it's more like, what if Dio had a child with Holly, like a legitimate child with Holly? Like that would have been a different thing, because in that way you have a child who's truly half Brando, half Joestar, and like it'd be cool if he was born with both hormone and vampire powers at the same time. Say I love Giorno because because if you really think about it, Golden Experience is a stand that is hormone incarnate because it imbues life energy. Let's see. I can't wait to see Geats 9. Geats 9 can do. Yes. So his final form is called Geats 9 because he's a nine-tailed fox. Deal with it. Yeah, I'm curious what his powers are going to be. The last final form he had was with Revice, not Barrett Rex, Gifford Rex, and that had magnetic powers. I like the magnetic aspects, even though I'm not a fan of Linus. Let's be honest. Saber, like he just had the ability to use the elements of the other 10 riders. 02 had quantum permutation calculation powers. So let's see what Geats 9 can do. And then for the final comment, we have Triple XYZ saying, I give this episode a 9 out of 9. Lol. I get it, because it's still 100%, but you're playing on the whole 9 thing. I get it. I like that. Maybe one of these days we should review the movie 9, which came out, not to be confused with the other movie called 9, both of which came out in the year 2009. That specific movie came out September 9th, 2009, which is the same day that rock band Beatles came out, whose 9th album had a song called Revolution 9. A coincidence? I say probably. Okay, that's it for the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please comment, like, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Ding the bell icon to stay up to date on our latest episodes. Next week, Mike says he'll be back. Let's hope he does, because I know he's needed a sabbatical, but, here's hoping he comes back. So this Thursday, we are doing King Oger episode 13, 7:15 p.m. Pacific, 10:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and same time on Tuesday next week, we're doing Kamen Rider Geats episode 38, which is the finale of this arc. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully, with Mike's return, we're also going to get back to finishing Kamen Rider Amazons because we are overdue to finish that. Also, be sure to check out our sister channel, The Buttery Show, where we do movie reviews and video game news. We just recently finished Hollywood Anime Month with Dragon Ball Evolution, Battle Angel Alita, Shyamalan's The Last Airbender, Netflix's Death Note, and the Wachowski Speed Racer, which we just did yesterday. So be sure to check that out. And also the night before, there was an episode of Scrub Club Gaming Podcast, so be sure to check that out. And also next week we are starting another themed month with the 1993 movie Super Mario Brothers. So be sure to check that out. I myself am excited because I've never seen this movie like all the way through in one sitting. I always had to watch it bits and pieces. So here it is. Also, if you want to check out my personal content, you can follow me on Instagram at Boken_Kabuto. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/BokenKabuto. If you want to say hi to us in person, you could find me at Robotoy Fest in June, and you could find me at Japan World Heroes in August 18th to the 20th, both of which at the Pasadena Convention Center. And you can find my homeboy Mike Brogdon at a Ranger Stop in Orlando, Florida. Be sure to check out the official websites to those conventions for more details. And of course, with all that said, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys real soon. Stay safe, stay hydrated, update your emergency kits, hug your loved ones, because you never know if they'll ever turn into a creation goddess used for the diabolical use of a cabal of fourth dimensional beings. So, yeah, hug them tight, hug them tight. And of course, with all that said, guys, I bid you all adieu. Have a good day. Bye.